What is up, everybody out there on YouTube? I am live for the first time ever in my entire life. What's going on out there, frag heads and guys and gals? We're here doing a review today live. I don't know how to moderate, so bear with me if I see top chats coming in. I'll try to answer some questions. Definitely got to keep it flowing though. So we're looking today at Cravache by Robert Piguet. Now, the interesting thing about Cravache, if you've looked at it before, or if you've looked at anything from the Robert Piguet line, is that some of his stuff is really old. No offense to age, I'm not getting any younger. It's going back to like 1963 and stuff like that. Maybe in some cases even slightly earlier than that. This is originally dropped in '63, and the interesting thing about it is the notes in here are no different. This is an '07 version, by the way, a sort of a replication or a reformulation of the original. But the note breakdown is not distinct at all from the 1963 edition. So if any of you guys out there have the old original from '63, and if you've compared it to the '07 model, please let me know if you detect any noticeable differences or not. I would be very curious to find out if two things really, certainly, well, three things. Is this really that different than the 1963 edition? Is it more synthetic, even if it is highly replicative? If it smells almost identical, but does it smell more synthetic? Um, and thirdly, just performance. Basically, is does this last as long, almost as long, or longer than the old original? But that's kind of whatever. Either way, let's get into it. This is a live unboxing. This will be my scent of the day. I'm a big fan of the house and line of Robert Piguet, and this is always exciting. You can get these actually online if you shop around very economically. I'm not going to say dirt cheap. That would be that would be too far a stretch. But you can really save a lot of quid, a lot of money if you go online and get on the discounter website. So this is very simple bottle presentation. Cravache, Robert Piguet, Paris, France. Little sticker on the bottom. Very traditional plastic cap, whatever. Simple sort of gold atomizer spray head. And then what else? I hope the microphone is getting me. Am I getting loud enough? Hello, hello. I'm just going to assume that's loud enough. I'm not entirely positive that's loud enough. This is a work in progress. I don't know. Hopefully it is. If not, I will delete and re-upload. We'll see how this goes. This is again a first time trial run going live, so bear with me. Okay, the nose on this, well, it's going back really to Robert Piguet, obviously, and I don't know. He may have hired some Parisian noses to help him out with it. Okay, so '07, you're getting the same exact note breakdown. You're getting mandarin, lemon, petitgrain in the top. And the heart notes, you're getting clary sage, lavender, and nutmeg to give that little sort of spicy foundation there in the heart, along with that clary sage. And I'm hoping that that lavender will sort of romanticize it up, just kind of make it that lush, sexy, light, almost feminine note that lavender gives. I quite like it. And then the base, we get a very classic vetiver and patchouli. I'm a huge fan of patchouli, and I quite like vetiver. So let's see what we get. Parent company is Alphen Inc. and Fashion Fragrances and Cosmetics Ltd. And again, this is as French as it gets. This is somewhat of a divisive fragrance. There are a lot of supporters, a lot of lovers of Cravache, but there are also some haters and some indifferent people out there. One guy, for example, on base notes says he's, thumb to the side means indifferent, neutral. According to him, the opening is pleasantly bitter lemon and petitgrain. Okay, over lemon and petitgrain, which builds an intensely aromatic arrangement that aligns loosely with citrus, chypre style classics like Eau Sauvage and Chanel pour Monsieur. It's richer and heavier than a traditional eau de cologne, but neither mossy enough to read as a chypre nor sweet enough to feel like a fougere. Um, Aromatic and citrus cores darken somewhat over time by distinct but pleasantly natural nutmeg note and the vetiver, which leans a little bit toward licorice. Okay, it says it pushed for about 4 hours and then dried down to a mostly vetiver-based woodsy dry down. He says it's pleasant and dignified at every stage, but there's nothing remarkable about it. A line that includes fracas, bandit, futur, visa, cravache, most disappointing and timid, maybe even faceless. Wow, that's kind of harsh. And it says Eau de Guerlain, Eau de Cartier, Eau de Rochas, Eau Sauvage, Cristal, all leave Cravache feeling dull by comparison. Well, he might have gone ahead and put a thumb down. Another guy gives a huge thumbs up, and I'm not going to read that entire review. Just says that it has a mystical, airy feel and touch. That it's suitable for a sunny day when you have the day to yourself and do what you like without any rush. It's fresh, relaxed, a very alert perfume that keeps us focused right in the heart of the moment of things. Starts with a very peppery, fresh, dirty spice intro of Hesperides, sourish lemon, bergamot, and petitgrain with an herbal greenish note that fits the vetiver and the clary sage, which reminds him of thyme with a touch of spearmint, and then the lavender bringing in that softness, something like pine accentuating the greenness. There's some like rosemary note and oiliness that reminds him of orange blossom, and a very slight floral hint of rose in the background. I don't know, from what he's saying, it sounds pretty phenomenal and very interesting indeed, with a suggestion of the polished patchouli and oak moss softness. It smells lively, airy, and transparent. I don't know, that sounds really good. Then there was a couple other really stronger detractors that really, really did not like it at all and made no bones about it. You can get the vintage model online, guys, if you are so inclined, for about $265 US off eBay. But again, buyer beware. I can't verify that that's authentic vintage or someone who is replicating vintage and making a lot of money doing so. Not saying they're fakers. I'm just saying buyer beware. Do your due diligence, and then pull the proverbial financial trigger. Okay, what do we get now? What do I get in the actual notes breakdown? Where is my master list? Okay. Let's see if I can get a little chat going here. Can I type anything here? I'm gonna say, "What's up, guys? Hey, guys and gals." I am live. Don't see any chats coming in. Maybe everyone's at work right now or getting off work here in the US. A lot of people are coming from their jobs, so maybe I didn't pick the best time to go live, but it's a work in progress. We'll see. Okay, let's get on to the actual. This will be my scent of the day. I don't mind going a little heavier, but that's got to last me the rest of the day through the evening. I'll let it air out and dry before I actually go out for a while. Okay. Ooh, wow. It's got quite some citrus in it that I was not expecting. That is quite intriguing. Wow. Okay, that mandarin and lemon and petitgrain is just poof. I mean, man, that's like mega all up in my grill. Wow. I haven't smelled that much citrus. I mean, man, even a lot of modern day freshies don't have this strong a citrus base or opening, I should say. Okay, I'm starting to already get the clary sage and vetivers coming in. I just got a touch of lavender. Woo! Wow. That lavender is getting strong, mixing with the mandarin and the lemon and the petitgrain. That nutmeg starting to come in with the clary sage and the vetiver. Not getting too much patchouli yet, guys, just to be honest, but it is in the base, so we'll see. Wow. This is very interesting. It's pleasant. It's fresh, it's clean, it's bright, it's uplifting, but at the same time, it has this little earthy, ever so slight, I don't want to say funkiness, that's the wrong word, but there's this earthy, like tilled soil aspect that I'm assuming is a combination of the nutmeg combining with the patchouli, vetiver, and the clary sage, which gives it this sort of groundedness. It's almost like I'm getting an impressionistic image of the French tilled soil, and then the combination of these herbs growing up from the soil with like um, the citrus trees right there, close to the same garden, almost in the same soil base. So you're getting this collage and this intermingling of the French citruses, the mandarin orange, the lemon, the petitgrain, mixing with those herbs in that very same garden with the very same soil of the clary sage, the lavender, and the nutmeg, along with that. And then here in the base, we do get that distant call to India, during colonial times. And I know the Brits were there more than anybody, but the French were there as well to some extent, and they did a lot of trading with the Indians and the British. So you get that vetiver and patchouli, which sort of calls to France's travels and trade around the world, also with the British. And there's a lot of obvious Anglo-Saxon, British, French intermingling for many, many centuries. Wow. Some of the freshness of this reminds me of some of the Hermes line, but it has a lot more going on in it than those simple citrus freshies to make it more complex, denser, and frankly a little bit more interesting. If in some respects not quite as refined as some of those slightly more monochromatic or monothematic citrus freshies that the House of Hermes does so extraordinarily well. But this is really, really good, really interesting. I'm so glad I bought it. This is really just sort of a pick me up and feel better about my day. Well, I can see what they're saying. This is really, really intriguing. Guys, get your nose on this. You don't have to pull the trigger on the whole bottle, but like I said, you can get the whole bottle here, a 100 mils for $70 US. I mean, what is that for a world class French perfume? This is an eau de parfum. Oh no, eau de toilette. Pardon me. It smells like an eau de parfum. It's quite strong, very robust. Hmm. Well, as we've all agreed here in the frag community, a lot of EDTs often actually outperform their EDP brethren or cousins. It shouldn't be that way, but it often is. So this is EDT, but again, for a world class French scent, I want to say perfume. EDT just sounds almost insulting when something is this interesting and strong. Wow, it just keeps effusing right off the skin. Ah, that mandarin, that lemon, that petitgrain mixing with that sage, the nutmeg, the lavender. And again, not getting much patchouli. Maybe that'll come out more in the dry down. I am getting some vetiver now. Very interesting. It doesn't have to be more than what it is to be good. And I think this is very, very good indeed. Okay, where is my live channel button control? Well, that's going to do it, guys. I thought I'd have a little more interplay, but I know most of us are at work or coming home from work or out shopping, doing a little grocery shopping, cologne shopping, perfume shopping. Maybe you're at a kiddie game. A lot of us are parents, and kids are very active right now in summer leagues and all. Anyways, whatever. I bid you adieu. Catch me next time on the next episode. This was very exciting foray into the live event genre or sector, not genre, but sector, something I had never done before. So thanks for you guys. I know you'll probably tune in later. So sorry you couldn't be here to interact with me here on my live event episode 107, I think I said. Looking at Robert Piguet. Spray often, spray well, and live life on your terms, not someone else's. Booyah! I'm out, baby. See you next time.